So hello everyone. We are back here, and let me unmute my friend Jose Manuel Sampayo. Wait, I actually muted him. Wait. One sec. Okay. So Jose Manuel, are you with us?
I think so.
Tell me something. Should we switch to Spanish and let everyone just figure it out for themselves?
Vale,
That would be
perfecto.
cool. Guys, I have the honor, the privilege of introducing Jose Manuel. I'm going to make you the host so that you can basically start sharing your presentation while I introduce you.
Okay,
so,
perfect.
Jose Manuel, I also met him this year in Spain. I saw a presentation of him that was, I really liked it. So I'm not going to go too much into that. Jose Manuel works in Adidas Spain, but it's mostly a global team, and I'm sure that he will talk about it. And what he will talk about today, it's basically a way that Adidas is transforming the way that they test and the way that they work. And I think that it's a lot of things that I learned from it that we can all learn from that. So I guess that I will just let you speak from now on, right? Go ahead and take it from here. And
okay, are you watching my
we can see your
screen?
screen. Yes, Adidas
Okay,
Test Plus Formation. Go ahead.
perfect. So just a bit correction. I I'm working in Spain, located in Zaragoza, but I belong to the Adidas Global IT organization. So just we are located in Zaragoza, but we are working for Adidas Global. Yeah. So many thanks, Joel. Thanks to everybody attending. I'm really happy to be here. Thanks for Joel to invite me. I would love to tell the story of what we have been doing regarding testing in Adidas, and here I am to try to tell what we are doing and a bit about our context and which are our plans for the future. And really, I would like to start very quickly telling some notes about myself. I have been working in IT for more than 15 years and more than 10, I think that more than 11 could be, devoted to software testing. I started as by accident in the same way as Joel. I work as a QA technician for Sogeti, for Panda Security, the antivirus company, and it's there where I discovered testing, and I really fell in love with this profession. Then I worked for a software engineering consultancy company in Bilbao for 4 years in Bilbomática, and in October 2015 I joined Adidas. I have transition during these 4 years and a half in Adidas from a test manager. I will explain a bit how the full organization has changed to my current role, that I'm working as a senior platform engineer, leading together with my colleagues, Liviu and Nerea. We are leading the testing services in Adidas. So basically, we want our job is to provide infrastructure, tools, and support to the different teams that are doing testing in Adidas. They are a lot. And just I remember when I was in Bilbao some weeks ago, someone approached me telling I didn't know what Adidas had to tell about IT, because really we are doing sport world, right? I think it's quite a big brand. You may know us. Adidas has currently more than 58,000 employees around the world. So as you can imagine, we are a multinational, and diversity is one of our conditions, right? We are distributed across the globe, and that means that we have a lot of well, diverse challenges and priority. The different markets, the different countries, the different organizations, they have their own priorities. So that is going to impact on our IT and in testing in particular. Just to tell you a bit, we are currently managing more than 1,000 systems. Some of them are in-house, so completely developed by ourselves, by our teams, by internal employees or with external collaborators. Some of them are customizations, and we have also a lot of proprietary software that are really important. Of course, is really important for us, like SAP, Salesforce. We have also Microsoft for a lot of internal activities, so a lot of proprietary technology also. And well, maybe the things that are going to impact in our testing is really the strong dependencies that we have between the different systems and data and connections with third-party systems. The technical debt, because Adidas is a 70 years company, so we had technology from a long time. So at the end now we have some new developments, new software, new systems that are really modern, let's say, and we also have we have some of them that are quite old. Regarding people, we are 1,700 people in IT, more than 500 software engineers internal, and we are actually working with 7,000 plus external collaborators for other companies that are helping us to build, manage all this. And well, which are the systems, the type of software that we have to test? We have to test web applications, mobile, desktop apps, a lot of APIs, and also a lot of integration systems. So that's a bit our context, and really to explain what this transformation history is about. Story at the end is until 2014, Adidas IT was basically mainly the demand management organization. So we didn't have internal software engineers. We were buying these software development services to other companies. And in 2014, our CIO and well, the top management, they saw that having that we should transition to not to be a tech company, but really have the technology inside, to have the knowledge and the technology inside our company, because that was going to be key for the future. So in 2014, we started an internalization process. First, Adidas set 4 horizontal teams: the global software development, global testing, global operations, and global integration teams. And we were working as a consultancy company inside the Adidas, so we were trying to set up the good practices, standard procedures, and also regarding testing, we were setting up well, templates, the process, deliverables, trying to really define which were the quality gates that we wanted to measure, and how we wanted the software that we were making and that other companies were making for us to be. And in 2018, business, they wanted the software engineers, the teams, to be closer to the business. So instead of these horizontal teams, the IT management, they decided that it was better to create agile teams, pending directly reporting to business areas, and they created a smaller team to provide these horizontal services. That was this platform engineering and architecture team. This department is where I'm working on. So I'm working in the testing inside the platform engineering team. And as I said, what we are doing is trying to provide the best tooling, infrastructure, and guidance to our testing teams that are working to the verticals. And more changes in a month. In January, we are transitioning from, for the first iteration, from the project lead organization, as we have been organized in the past, to a product-led organization. Well, we don't know yet how this will go. Of course, we think this is an improvement. Really, I think is also a good step towards this culture of owning our system. Instead of, it's simplifying a lot, but instead of thinking in a project where we are delivering a specific software or version, is that as teams, we have to manage, maintain, evolve products that will serve our business. That's the main idea behind, and really we are looking forward to this change. And so where we are in 2020 is this. We are the ones defining the processes, technologies, and tools, and we are serving the product teams that will be really leading and providing the business capabilities to Adidas. So, well, that's basically the introduction, a bit of context, and well, here I am going to really try to explain what we think our testing, how we think our testing should be, and what we are doing to get there. I always said that probably you know a lot of mottos, slogans from Adidas, like "Impossible is nothing," "All in." These really great motivational sentences. But really, this is the core belief of Adidas, the company, and our mission is this one: through sport, we have the power to change life, and our mission is to be the best sports company in the world. So when we are in Adidas and from our team, we had to answer to this question: how can we contribute to this mission? So how we can contribute from software testing to be the best sport company in the world? And the response that we gave was this one: facilitating the implementation of continuous testing. Here also now we are looking into modern testing, so maybe maybe we will change this, but for now we really are trying to implement the practices that continuous testing is defining. And I would like to explain why, right? Because most of you probably could have heard about continuous testing concept, but maybe some of you didn't. So basically, first thing to know is that continuous testing is not testing. Is what some authors like Joe Antonio, they are saying that is the third wave of modern software development. So we had the first wave that was agile, then we went for DevOps, and now continuous testing is coming. We read about this idea like 2-3 years ago, and released this idea of being continuously testing. This picture is quite similar to the one that Joel saw in the previous one. Is the same idea to think how we can shift left and shift right, how we can think in testing at any time. At the end, it's like, well, in Agile, I know it's a bit a joke or a bit of simplification, but in Agile, I think that we forgot that we needed to deploy it and operate the system. So then DevOps came, and now we have all automated. So with a button, we can deploy, but we don't know how that software is going to work, how it's going to perform. So we have to really apply these practices to at any time of our software life cycle to be able to know how, which is the quality of our release of or in other words, which are the business risks of a particular release in the cycle. So I like a lot this definition from Colantonio. Continuous testing is the ability to constantly assess the risks of any release or change before it impacts customers. And for me, it's really important that with this continuous testing, we are again consumer or customer centric. We are back to thinking that our software is going to be used by people or by other systems. But this is really for me the important thing. I think that in Agile we were a bit focused on ourselves in the teams. In DevOps we are starting to talk between the different engineers, and now that we have to go again and think that we are building software for people to use, and that is for me the best idea. The practices at the end is this shifting left, planning for testing, thinking and testing, making software observable, testable, and then using the new technologies to maybe delegate some risk in production with this A/B testing, canary releases. Now there are a lot of things depending on the mission of your software. But for me, maybe the most important thing is that now we can really combine in a very advanced way testing and monitoring. And really, I think that that is one of the keys to success in the modern testing is really to take advantage of the new technologies and really work together in a good testing and monitoring strategy for your application. And last year in the DORA, the status of DevOps report from Gartner, it was very surprising to me, but this sentence was there saying continuous testing is required for Agile and DevOps success. So it's not the testers or me telling this, is Gartner, you know. Okay, so maybe these are here I highlighted the keywords, the automated, pipeline, business risk, and rapidly. So at the end, these are the pillars of continuous testing. So we have to think. It's not automation just because of automation. We have to think in our testing, we have to think in our approach and our strategy, and we have to base our approach in the business risks. And that is the starting point of everything. Then, of course, if we can automate, we should automate all levels and all types. But the important thing is really to test, it's not to automate. But of course, if we want velocity, we need to automate as much as possible. When you go to test complex systems or systems that have strong dependencies, at the end, the pain point typically in automation is the test data, the stable test environments. So one of the pillars we should advance is really in the service virtualization thing in the test data management topic, because it's going to be the blocker for going further and in deep in really modern automation things. And well, this other of the pillars is execute the right set of tests at the right stage of the pipeline, trying to avoid bottlenecks. In Forrester, 5 core practices that are a bit mixed for me, but they were there. So it was proper testing budget. So yeah, we need money. If we want to continuously test, we need to continuously invest money and time in testing. We have to implement these practices. Testers, of course, must be included in agile team. We must be part of the software cycle from the very beginning. And well, shift left testing, automating functional is there. I'm going to just go quickly. These are just some charts really reflecting that the budget dedicated to testing is very important. And well, maybe here we have a lot of testers, so you are already convinced of the importance of testing, but you can use this for your management if they need it. So just let me start telling you about specific things that we are doing in Adidas to work towards these continuous testing practices. We are working in these 3 main pillars. So the most important thing, people. We need to empower our people, our testers, and our teams. Then if we have people, we can set and optimize and evolve processes. And if we have people and processes, then we can use the best tools. And I think it's very important that for me this is the order. It's not just 3 areas, it's first people, then processes, and then the technologies and tools. Okay. The idea, as we understand testing in Adidas, is in this way. We think that we believe testing is a continuous investigation process. I love this sentence from James Back and Tim Kanner. Good software testing is a challenging intellectual process, and we at Adidas we see testers as continuous investigators. For us, the play that the role that testers, the test engineers in our teams must play is this: they must be the owners of the risks, and this mean to own the 3 different types of risk. So first, testers must know the business. They have allegiance to users, so be the consumer, customers, representatives in the teams, knowing the business risks. They must know the technical risk, so they must know and understand the architectures. They must know the technologies. Only having enough knowledge about the system architectures and technologies, programming languages, frameworks, protocols, only with enough amount of knowledge, they really can own the technical risk and plan their testing in the best way. And of course, they must know the project risks, deadlines, legal things. There are a lot of other circumstances related to projects that also testers must know. So of course, they must be part of the development teams and of the project teams. So we think that our Adidas test engineers must be experts in our own domain, so testing activities and tools, be the owners responsible and accountable for the test data, tools, and reports, and then collaborate with the full team in designing and managing the test environments and their requirements, helping also on this. For me, funny way, I try to depict this with the German Shepherd vision. So German Shepherd is said that is the second best dog at everything, and I think that is a good analogy for testers. So of course we have to be the best testers, but then we have to be the second best in the rest. We have to be the second, knowing about the business, about architectures, about the operations, integrations, and I really think this is a good vision and is when we want to present which is the role of testers in Adidas, how we see them, this is the way. And the mindset that we are looking and we are trying also to empower our people through training and experiences is with this mindset of analytical thinkers, problem solvers, learners, and trying to be good communicators. How we are doing this specifically? Training during the onboarding. So every software engineer that joins Adidas is coming 1 week to Zaragoza for 1 week training. In this training, we are talking about a lot of things about architecture, development, integration, technologies, and then from Wednesday to Friday we work on from scratch building a full application with the different building blocks. So at the end, the mission of this onboarding is that people know a bit about everything, and also the point of contacts are set up. So they, for example, they can know that they can ask me or Nerea about anything in testing, or any of my colleagues regarding other topics. Regarding trainings, we are managing to give the ISTQB foundation level to all our testers. And then it depends, because we like ISTQB for something, but we are not really, I mean, I think there are a lot of really valuable methodologies there. It's very diverse. So for example, now, next week, in fact, we will have Michael Bolton here in Zaragoza. We will have 30 test engineers attending his course. So we really are looking forward to learn more about this methodology. And also for next year, we want to plan for receiving the Agile testing for the whole team training from Lisa and Janet. That what I want to say here is that for us, the foundation level of ISTQB is quite useful because it's like a common language for us. But then there are, we want to know more, and we are open to any kind of training. And then, well, we provide also from the platform specific trainings about the tools that we are using. Very important for us are the communities of practices. We have a software engineering community that every 2 weeks we are having 1 hour discussing different topics, and we have also our hour every 2 weeks dedicated to testing. Also, we are trying to have lunch once every month, all the testers together to share things, and also, you know, a bit of group therapy that is important. Also for us is nice because Adidas supports us on promoting and participating on events. So we had the chance to organize some public events for the testing community, like the Adidas Testing Day, and also we are helping, and together with other companies, we are also part and organizing meetups for the Ministry of Testing communities. What we are, another thing we did is we wrote a hiring guide for testers for our talent acquisition team, because for them it's quite difficult to they are experts in people, but they are not experts in different test management or tools or test frameworks. So we made the guide for them. Processes. Regarding processes, is just one slide. Very quickly, we have a very diverse organization, and we have very different levels of maturity in the different business areas. It's very different. So what we want here is to provide resources for them to be better, to work on this direction from if you don't have process, okay, let's add traceability, let's start using a test management tool, and we will try to build unstructured testing on your area. If you are in structured testing, let's try to be agile, and if you are in agile, let's try to go for the most modern continuous testing practices and also the new technologies, trying to empower your testing activities and your practices. So here is just assessing every team, every area, where are you, and trying to decide with them which are the next steps that will help them to go through the right part of the picture. Regarding the technologies, well, here what we have quite clear the directions. We are building, well, we already have a test platform that is working, and we are operating it and evolving it. Basically, we want to provide a containerized infrastructure, cloud-oriented, really distributed, and that is reliable, scalable. So that's why all our test infrastructure is Dockerized, and now part of it is on Kubernetes, on Amazon. We are machine learning. We are not yet there. We are currently working on a test reporting portal that is using machine learning things, and hopefully we will have it released very, very soon. And also we are exploring machine learning techniques applied to UI testing, but it's something still immature, and it's something that we want to we need to work a lot there yet. At the end, it's clear that the testers in the teams, they are the ones who will decide what to test, and from our team in the platform, what we want to is provide the how or the where, so they can start testing cheap or for free, and all their time will be invested in testing, and we will try to solve all their technical issues and providing really the platform for them. Tools we are using, Jenkins is our CI/CD system. So these are the common tools. We use the Atlassian Suite, Bitbucket, Confluence, Jira. For test management, we are using X-Ray. And well, if we go specifically for testing, we are using different programming languages. So unit testing frameworks is up to every development team can choose. We are starting to introduce consumer-driven content testing packed in the projects, in the APIs, and then our framework. Based framework is Serenity BDD, that is a reporting library, open source, that is made on top of Cucumber. It provides advanced capabilities as a parallel execution and really business focus reporting. I really like it a lot, and we combine the framework with different libraries or other frameworks to approach different test types. We use Appium for mobile app testing, LeanFT for the desktop applications, and Azure for API testing. Our performance tool is Neoloat, is the performance tools that we are using. Well, for the test execution infrastructure, we have these containerized test agents that we call them the minions. They have all the dependencies needed to execute the standard frameworks. And for web application testing, we use Selenoid, that is a container orchestrator made in Go that is really fast and really good using the resources. So it's the one that is creating a new container with the browser executing the test and then destroying once the test is completed. So it's really nice. And when for compatibility testing, we are using the Cloud Platform browser stack, and they provide for us any type of device, resolution, browser, or operating system that we need. Well, just to slide more our challenges. Really, all is getting more complex, I would say. So for testing, really, we have to be. I would not say more technical. I would say that we need to keep learning every day. Infrastructure is changing. We are going to the cloud. Machine learning is here. We have to advance on service virtualization. So complexity and continuous learning, they are there. We still have to invest a lot of time on evangelizing, on preaching, because there are a lot of misunderstandings with business, with project management, about test levels, types, about the automation needs. That is still that we have to explain our profession and explain testing, and we have to communicate it well to prove the value of our specialty. Now this project lead mindset also I think is good for testing, because it's like I think it will engage much better with what we think quality must be, but we will see. These are our present challenges, and well, I don't know if you can see the video playing. Hope you can.
Wait. We see something. It's like frames. We don't see like a complete video, but we see frames.
Well,
we do see the shoes though. They're saying that other people are looking okay.
That my manager got from our colleagues in Future. You can see how one footwear test lab is, how they are equipped. So I wanted to share this because what I have seen in Adidas is that the testing continuously is something that has always been part of Adidas culture. What I have learned during these years is that start with why. So building a platform, trying to improve testing in your company. Sometimes you are tempted to do things that you like it, or because you read something in the internet. So for me, it's really important to listen to the teams, listen and analyze the real problems that your organization has, and focus on that. So we are here to add value, not to be right. Don't try to solve problems that you don't have. Be consumer centric, because for me, in my experience, when you do that, the value of good testing most of the times is there, and you are going to do a very good job if you play the consumer representative role. For me, it has been really useful to use analogies. So because quality is assumed as a key to success in other industries, that it was when internet went down, I was talking about that the quality in Adidas is really an asset, the quality in our brand. So it's just exporting that idea to software, and probably in many of your companies, maybe you already have this asset. So using analogies can work well. For me, find balance is one of the learnings, and the challenge every day. The right balance between standardization and freedom, between learning to think and technical trainings. These things is really we have to invest time on this, and finding this balance is the trick to do a good job for me. And very important and key, I would say, is build community. Just listen to others, collect feedback, and learn continuously with and from others. So I will try to answer all your questions, and I think we don't have time. So Joel, sorry for that.